Yo, what's up? It's your boy Currency 365. Hope you guys are doing well. Legends never die, they stay in our hearts. If you want to support us, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and also you can come down here and hit the join button under the video or in our channel section. And you can also join our Patreon, patreon.com/currency365. And we also have Cash App and also PayPal for supports if you want to sow some seeds. Peace out. God bless. Enjoy the video and keep the movement going. Legends. Bye.
That's the only money I'm ever going to get. That's actually a trap that people get into. And then they think they're limited to this one investment or this one thing. And that's why, again, lottery winners go broke because they don't understand how to make money. They're rich, but they're not wealthy. People need to think about how to become wealthy, how to become resourceful, how to generate income, how to take what they have to make money. There's a really cool story about Elisha and the widow, not Elijah. Elijah helped that widow survive. Elisha, the double portion, which represents us, we're in the double portion, the New Testament, the better covenant. She was only limited by how resourceful she was. Had she had more containers, she could have sold more oil because the oil never stopped pouring out until she reached the last container. So a lot of here's the revelation. A lot of you are sitting there thinking, well, I can't possibly do anything. I don't have anything people want. The woman went to Elisha and said, when he asked, what do you have? She said, I don't have anything. I just have but a little bit of oil. And yet that ended up being something very prosperous for her. So a lot of people are going, well, all I have is a little bit of oil. You have something that it would be a blessing to other people if you would take it and teach it to them or monetize it or use that skill set. But people don't want to use the skill sets because they want to sit there and feel sorry for themselves. How much better is the testimony of, hey, I took this thing that I thought, I kind of took for granted and I started putting it out in the marketplace. And you know what? People wanted what I did or my talent or my business. And then you become a blessing to those people by being good in your field and good at your talent. For example, I'm really good at one-on-one coaching. Really good. I've had these transformations in people where they've had these turnarounds that are just this is stuff people dream about. I've had 3 people now, I think it is, that have doubled their income because of prophetic words and stuff that I've given them. And it's just there is transformation. So why aren't you asking God for a new job that pays you triple? Why aren't you asking God for the doors to open your own business or a business idea that could produce billions of dollars for you or millions? Or why aren't you asking God to highlight connections or divine connections that you need to have to walk into this next level to start the business or do the thing? Because you're robbing the world if you're not putting your talent out there. Again, another example. I have this weird talent where I understand group culture. So if you take sports teams or businesses or anything like that, I can walk in and I can tell you who the bad apples are, who needs to be fired, who needs to be removed, who needs to be promoted, and basically the people that need to be in place in order to make the good culture, or who to hire. I just see this stuff because I can see the condition of people's souls. So I see what they carry, and I'm able to fit people in these situations where they need to be or where they would be a good fit. Or take somebody who's not a good fit in one situation, but say, hey, you'd be a really good fit here. I've sat on this for 38 years and have not really ever put this out here. But this is a skill set that would benefit a lot of people because not very many people in the world have this skill. So by not putting it out there, I'm not doing anybody any benefit. I'm actually robbing people of the blessing that they would have from my skill set. And there are people that would happily pay me a lot of money for that skill set. So they get a better culture. They make more money. They have a thriving culture and I make money and everybody's a winner. And it's what's the skill set that you're sitting on? Because you're well, it's nothing. Or I don't just get started. How are people ever going to find you if you never put yourself out there, if you're never willing to take that chance? Like, you have to start somewhere, and we're supposed to not despise small beginnings. And even with that, like, people don't want to go through the process. There's a process to go through to get better. It's like when you're building a house, there's a process, right? And you can see the different stages of the process, but really clearly it's a process, and you have to have different specialists come in at different points to do different things on the house. To make a physical transformation, you're needing to go to the gym and you're needing to eat better. And it's not these crash diets, because those aren't sustainable. The ones who actually make lasting changes, like, I'm down 14 pounds since December. No, it's not the world's fastest weight loss, but it's 14 pounds that I've kept off. You know, I went and I hovered at 275 for a while from 285, and then it was 270, and now it's like 268 or 267, and I've kind of been chilling there for a little bit, and then it's going to be the next step down. Like, I'd rather have these things where it's a process and I know I can sustain it. So if you have these huge callings on your life and you know that God's going to give you these things and pour out these things, like, does it not make sense to get ready? If you really trust God and you really believe that he's going to do what he said he's going to do, why are you not preparing now so that you're ready when opportunity knocks? Like, where do we think this came from? The whole concept of, be ready when opportunity knocks. And excuse me, I need to drink some water. So I want to help the body of Christ and people that feel they're called to the wealth transfer and called to these things. Like, I want to help people. Okay, why aren't you doing it for free? I'm glad you asked. Think of the last free thing somebody gave you. Now think how often you've used it. And I'm willing to bet the answer to that is nothing. Zero. Never. When we get things for free, we assume that there is no value to them, or we don't value them because we haven't given anything for it. There's been no value exchange. So let's say I offer you coaching and you pay me money. You're then receptive to the coaching that I'm giving you, and you're more likely to apply it in your life. My group isn't free because if it was free, nobody would show up, because people don't value things that are free. That's another mindset that people really need to work on in regards to the wealth transfer. It's like, why are you expecting to do everything for free? I want to find people that are very competent and at a very high skill level in their thing that they do, and I want to pay them a lot of money for their excellence so that they do a really good job for me. This thing about, Christians should be charging low prices, like, why? Can you imagine going to Solomon? You should charge low prices. Or go to Jesus, you should charge low prices. Or like King David or any of these people, and be like, you should charge low prices. Really? Wouldn't you rather go with the guy that has the self-confidence to actually charge the most because he does the best work? Quite frankly, the only reason I'm leaving group coaching at $249 a month right now is because that was an instruction God gave me on Sunday. And if it wasn't for that, I would probably be charging 2 or 3 times that. But he told me that's the level people need to be at to get, in order to get the people that need to be there. That's what I need to charge right now. So I would just really encourage people. You need to change how you think. You need to start asking God which books to read. And I think you need to join a community. Maybe that's starting a community at your church around the wealth transfer, around reading these books and around getting better, or joining a group like mine. That link is down in the down below for the Patreon. You can join that. You can message me on there and ask about joining a small group. Like, we have to start taking action. And being around like-minded people is one of the things that's going to cause transformation. But like, we need this community. There's too many nomads who are like, I don't need any community. It's like, really? If one sends 1,000 to flight and two send 10,000 to flight, how many does the group of 350 send to flight? God is looking for a lot more unity, and he's looking to bring tribes together in order to facilitate that. So for people who are just tuning on, it's my suggestion to people in my group. The 3 books people need to read to start is Rich Dad, Poor Dad, The Richest Man in Babylon, and Why the Rich Are Getting Richer. Iron sharpens iron. It does. I love our small groups. I love our calls. Like when Jim is sharing and other people are sharing on the calls and in the small groups, it's like I'm always looking for the things that I can learn from other people that then can implement. Like one idea could make you billions of dollars. But are you in these places listening to these people who could give you that idea? Like God put it to me this way: who's thinking the thoughts that you need to be thinking? Who has the thoughts that you need to be thinking? And it's like, oy. So for 6 more days, you can get into my group for $97 for the 2 calls a month. Or if you want more than that and to be part of a small group, it's $249. But before you sign up for the $249, talk to me first or email me, because I only have 1 spot left in my big group, and that actually might be or my first small group is almost full. I have 1 or 2 spots left, and I think they might be full. I'm needing to email a couple people. But this is important. Like, what are you doing every day from now till the end of 2024 to get ready? And I'm not saying the wealth transfer happens at the end of 2024. But what if, like, what are you ready and prepared for? What are you prepared? Like, what are you doing to get any better? And where are you going to be 19 months from now if you do nothing? So I think I'm going to leave it there. Who knows? I might go live again later tonight, but I appreciate everyone taking the time to watch this. Thank you. And if there's somebody that you know that needs to see this, send it to them, because this could be a life-changing thing for people. And this message needs to get out. People need to prepare now. They need to get in communities. They need to be growing. They need to be around like-minded people who push them to get better. Rita, you're very welcome. Bless you. You're awesome. So bless you all. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next broadcast.